What's up guys, how are y'all doing today? Today I want to talk about the meeting that Elon Musk had with Herbert Diess at the airport near the headquarters of the Volkswagen Auto Group. And Herbert Diess was the CEO, but then he got demoted because he wanted to go full electrification. Basically a big mess, but now he's the chairman of the board of management at Volkswagen Group. So let's get talking, and before we get started, of course, like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll get right into it. So Herbert Diess posted a video on his LinkedIn profile, which I don't even know who uses LinkedIn anymore, but basically he showed that Elon Musk was driving around the airport in the Volkswagen ID3.
You know, this is a mainstream car, not a race machine.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what its acceleration is like.
Steering is nice.
Yeah, I think for a non-sporty car, it's pretty good. And what's the battery pack size?
It's 55 to 83.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the worst they can have? Does it have any like lane following or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, it has. We have, let's say, the typical, I would say, German state-of-the-art lane keeping, emergency assist systems. Lane keeping is working quite nicely. I would say it's a bit better. You can turn around.
Just turn around.
Back. Turn around and come back.
Now, at the end of the video, you could see an ID4 standing in the background, and of course, Elon Musk had some questions about the ID3 and about his specs and whatnot. But by the looks of it, it just looks like they were just meeting, like as if Elon was meeting a friend. It just looks like that, and that actually could be the case because Elon is very upfront with pretty much everything that actually goes on around. So depending on how he's actually talking, it could just be that he's just there to check out the cars, to meet up with Herbert Diess, because Herbert Diess actually said that he's on the phone regularly with Elon Musk, and basically Herbert Diess is actually a very big proponent of electrification, and he really wants the Volkswagen Auto Group to go fully electric fairly quickly. And because of that, he was actually demoted as CEO because there were a lot of contradicting opinions on the board of directors and management and whatnot, which is quite sad to see. But obviously, by the looks of it, especially through his LinkedIn profile, it looks like he's a very big fan of Elon Musk. And it makes sense too. Tesla makes one of the best electric vehicles, just best vehicles on the market. And even if you are trying to meet up to their standards, at least even if you miss, you'll create a much better vehicle than any of your competitors has. And to be honest, Porsche Taycan is actually a pretty good competitor. And Porsche is a part of that Volkswagen Auto Group, so I do think that their cars will be good. Now, one thing Volkswagen can actually get their hands around is software. Basically, this is how they're updating their cars right now. They really can't figure out how to get the over-the-air software going about, and really Tesla's like one of the only manufacturers that actually has it right now in the market. So maybe what could happen is this meeting could just be about, hey Elon, what do you think what we can improve about this product, or whatever the case may be. Now, Herbert Diess did post also that he has driven the Model Y and he really loves the car, and he uses that car as a reference, which is a really good thing because the Model Y arguably is one of the best, or will be one of the most popular vehicles sold in Tesla's entire lineup. Now let me quote what Herbert Diess actually said. "Thanks for the visit, Elon. Hope you liked the video. It was great driving the ID3 with you. You were just quite critical with the available torque at higher speed. I told you, yes, we are on the runway, but no need to take off. It's not a sports car. For this, you should try a Porsche Taycan. Looking forward to our next meeting." And then he posted the spec about the ID3. So it was an ID3 Pro Performance, 150 kilowatts. So I guess that's how much power is available. That's their motor size. So by that statement alone, I do think that Elon didn't actually like the car as much. And he was actually, yeah, as he said, quite critical about it. And which makes total sense. Tesla makes one of the basically the quickest cars on the road. So coming from that and you're going to this might not be ideal, but supposedly the ID3 should be more affordable than the Model 3. And obviously the Model 3 in Europe, because they have to ship them from Fremont all the way to Europe, it's actually quite a bit more expensive because of the tariffs and everything, with the Gigafactory in Berlin going up. Obviously that will change. Even after the Gigafactory in Berlin is up and running, even if the ID3 is still cheaper than the Model 3 and it can provide more value to the European market, then ID3 will actually sell in pretty big numbers, especially if Volkswagen can produce them. Now, Herbert Diess also actually clarified this. Just to be clear, we just drove the ID3 and had a chat. there is no deal / cooperation in the making. This could literally just mean that there's no deal happening, that they were just basically best buds meeting together, or maybe, just maybe, even if there is no deal or cooperation in the making, what if Elon wanted to give some like tips how they can pretty much like improve that car? And of course, Elon knows about the engineering side because he's literally hands-on with his own vehicles, with his companies. So he knows exactly what he can talk about. So the end result is basically just going to be a much better ID3 or ID vehicle for Volkswagen, and likely it'll sell more because it'll just have better features compared to any of their competitors. Overall, I do think this meeting was positive and had a positive impact on pretty much Volkswagen and likely maybe Tesla or Elon Musk because he tried out their competitors. I doubt that he was just there to try out the ID3 or ID4. I guess he wanted to meet up with Herbert Diess, talk about some stuff, because in the video they only showed a little bit. They only showed the driving aspect, but Herbert Diess actually talked to Elon for like another hour or two about other stuff. Now, what other stuff is that? I guess they don't want to disclose that for obvious reasons, but I am very hopeful that something positive will actually come out of this, and who knows, maybe he discussed all the issues that he was having with the ID3 and Elon helped him out. I honestly don't know what's happening, but overall, I do think this is going to have a positive impact on Volkswagen Auto Group and Tesla. So yeah, overall, what you got from this video is basically a follow-up of whatever happened. You could pretty much read it. That's literally what I told you. So this video, in the end, was pretty much useless, but then I guess you watched it, and the people who watched it till the end, well, I guess you can watch a video instead of reading this LinkedIn article or something. I'll link it down below if you want to see it. So yeah, so now my throat is actually getting dry. I'll grab a glass of water, so I'll talk to you in the next one. All right, peace.